We record all the sessions so you can actually get that sent out to you. Welcome Vanuatu for our first week, second day of effective social media with Pacific Connect. It is really, really exciting, especially for Vanuatu, who have been the most successful, I suppose, in terms of really harnessing and utilizing the power of social media, but most importantly, effective social media to either scale up your business or change your career pathway, which we call pivot, or not pivot so much your business, but adding extra services to your business. Or in the case of some people, just getting confidence, just gaining that confidence so you can promote or share some of the amazing things you all do online. Because, you know, as Pacific people, we're very, very shy. It's hard to promote ourselves. But for this program, this 4-week program, what we do is it's all about us learning together. You know, I'm learning from you, you're learning from me, and we're all learning from Pacific Connect. And from there, we're also learning from Yumi Works. I know, apologies, I didn't mention, but you know, some of the things that you want to do, I'm pretty sure Yumi Work can help you with. What about, have you heard, you've all had anything to do with VLab?
Yes.
Okay, because you know, Tarika, who's amazing, her team also help if you know, wanting help with your businesses. However, I'm also available. So actually, I'm gonna log on. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna log. I want you all to add me, please. Okay, so share. I want you all to add me, please. I'll take you to my personal account. So all of you there, please add me. That's me. Add me, make sure you also drop me a message that you're part of the Vanuatu Effective Social Media program with Pacific Connect. And if you can please add me so that I can accept you and we can start doing one-on-one. So at the back, that's my family. And on my profile pic, that's my mum that we lost quite a very young age. So, but we won't go there because it still makes me sad that I haven't had my mum for a very long time. Now, I'll stop that. So did everyone see that? Everyone see that this, please add me, because I want us to make the most of our time together so that when you add, it's a lot easier to get hold of me. If you message, you know, add me, message me, and then we can organize a time to do one-on-one. So even though we have our sessions, it's really important. Sometimes it's easier to talk together about what you're wanting to do and how can we help you, or how can you use social media to help you achieve some of those goals, and how can we help you all together? We can help each other. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop that. So we're gonna go around the. Actually, we'll go online first, starting with Graham and Grace. Tell me how you are and how did you find the session? Graham and Grace?
Again, about your question?
The question is, how are you? And how did you find the Tuesday session?
I am okay. I am fine. I have just I started a business of my own, which is the rubbish waste collection company last year. So about the
Nice.
company is about 1 year old. This on the Facebook chat group, it is K Anti Waste Collection Services.
I'll put you on mute, Richard. Graham.
Pardon?
Oh no, I was talking to Richard. I needed to put him on mute first.
Okay, and I am trying my best to gather all the people, especially around the north and eastern side of the Fate, the investors as well, so I can collect the rubbish and dump them. So this is one of the avenues in which I'm using to collect the customers to use my company.
Nice.
However, with the use of Facebook, yes, I am. Sometimes people call me a puppet, Facebook puppet, because I'm always there in my private account. But the
Don't listen
company,
to them, Graham. Don't listen to them.
the company page, we post I think once every week, I think, providing awareness. And I did a post last on Tuesday about us inside the social network program, the workshop that we attend. Grace was in there. I did a post on that, and I am beginning to find this workshop interesting, because there are some things which I have not been, I have not known just by using. No one trained me on using Facebook. I trained myself into using web Facebooks, and there are some things which you mentioned them, the 6 must have, which is something that I think it is very good and helpful in people that are using social media, especially myself. So I'm interested. I will be online every time we come on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Graham. Grace, would you like to add anything?
Good afternoon. As my father have said earlier on, yes, the workshop is very interesting, and we are happy to be involved in the social media workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Grace, will you be helping your dad with his business, social media business?
Yes.
What I suggest that you do is, since you're a young person, I'm pretty sure you're also on TikTok.
Yep.
Could you set up a TikTok account for him? Talk to him before.
Yep. Yes.
I don't like dancing.
That's why, Graham, you don't need to be in it. But Grace can use a template, and you could just be standing, and it'll pop up here. I'm Graham. Pop up here. You know what I mean? You write the content, and all he does is stand, right? But most importantly, we need to educate everyone about. So what we're doing is, what we hope to do is, if you have a business, let's use social media to raise awareness, but most importantly, as a business, to get you more clients. So what social media does is what we're doing is, in terms of effective social media, we want to be strategic in the way we position our businesses, our personal brand. And that is what we can do. And that's the reason why people might see you on TikTok, but then they find you on Facebook, and that's how they engage. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
you, Grace.
Thank you.
Mirana, how are you?
Hello, good afternoon. I am good, thank you. Yeah, so for one, I don't have any TikTok accounts, and I don't fancy TikTok, but I'm looking on taking a lot from this workshop, and using other platforms to maybe create a business page in the future. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. When we do one-on-one, we'll figure out what audience you have or what audience you want to attract. And then we'll figure out what is the best platform for you. Okay. So some of the, when we're doing the effect of social media altogether, it's very generic. It's I like to say it's 50% of the course. Now the other 50% is, okay, what would you like out of social media? That's what you need to think of. You learn generic social media, but then when we talk on one-on-one is how can you apply this for your own business? How can you personalize social media for yourself, your brand, your personal brand, your business brand, or whatever you want to, however way you want to use it. Thank you very much, Rarana. Jennifer, how are you? Or Jennifer, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Okay, I found this session very interesting. As some of the colleagues have mentioned.
Yes.
I'm not really good at creating pages and all that, so that's why I love this session, because it will help me to create. I attended this training part of my work, but I also have some personal business as well, so it will benefit me both from my personal business and also from work. Exactly. So it's really good, because something that I learned is that I really appreciate how you facilitated training, and also how you connected with us. I don't know, I think I'm the first one to add you in when you ask, or yes. I'm not sure. This is what I really wanted. I want someone to help me set up my page or something like that. So that's why when you ask us to add you in, I just quickly add you in. So
you were the first one. Yes.
Yeah, I look forward to work with you on one-to-one.
Yeah.
And some of the tips that you shared from Tuesday's session, it's really helpful. Mainly on how to create page and how to drive traffic to your page and all that, and other tips as well that you shared. So for me, and also I know some other colleagues as well would agree with me that the workshop will really help us with our businesses, either personally or for work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Smila, are you there?
Yes, sorry.
Am I saying your name correctly, or is that just your Zoom name?
It's actually my initial, but my name is Shillery.
Oh my gosh, I've got to practice saying that. So I won't call you by the wrong name anymore. But tell us about, update us on how are you and how did you find the session on Tuesday?
Right, I'm good, thank you. On Tuesday's session, it was a really good start. I mean, for me, it's first time to attend a social media workshop, and it is quite interesting to know about how to ways to drive your audience in such a way that you personalize. It could be advertising online, promotion and all that, but I'm still learning. It was really good session on Tuesday, so yeah, thanks.
Great, thank you. Okay, now Richard, how are you? Okay, I'm not quite sure. Richard, can you hear us? No. Okay, Timothy. Okay, maybe not. Okay, you our beautiful people over at Yumi Works, starting from on my right, your left. Is it blue or black dress?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. So my name is Gina Ishmael, and Tuesday training was a big refresher for me as I've always been I'm a photographer and a videographer. And I have my own page, and it has been domain for 2 years. I think I haven't posted since I've been active in 2019, and then one post in 2020, and haven't been posted since.
You need it to promote the amazing work you do.
I'm mostly busy with projects and stuff, so I haven't been posting, and it's a bit challenging on that side. But from Tuesday training, the A, B, and C, what's it called? A, B, and C. Yeah, the A, B, and C program. Yeah, program. I've learned that it's a good thing to always engage with my audience. And also the 6th engagement is challenging because I haven't been consistent on my post, and it has reminded me that I should start doing that also. And yes, I find it very interesting, and I'm looking forward to inspire myself to start posting again. Yeah, and I'm also creating my mom is doing an oil business at the moment, nangai and peanut oil, and I'm starting to trying to do her Facebook page. So
nice. Yeah. I hope that you think about exporting it.
Yes, it's still it's still local distributing, but it's a good thing to also think of outside the box to export. Yeah.
Nice, thank you. I just want you to set, just because you're working on other projects, find something, even if it's to post once a week to keep the page active. And the thing is, you could be out in the field and you see something beautiful, just take a photo and do a post. Yeah, because you know what you find inspiring, or each one of you, what you find inspiring, someone else might find inspiring. Yeah, and promote the beautiful Vanuatu. I wish I was there all personally. I love Vanuatu. I do have some friends that are there, and I hope one day to return. Okay, thank you. And who's on your right, please?
Hello, my name is Sarah Brian. Last Tuesday's training, I think helped me a lot, because we have a local article business, and we have a page, but the thing is we haven't been posting much. So I think this last Tuesday workshop helped me to try to keep up the page and try to learn, put more things into the page.
Okay. Thank you. I think overall we're all going to be working on consistency. I've just made a note of that. I know initially, you know, if you haven't been posting, that's all right. Let's start, you know, even I know that some people don't do anything throughout the course, but they're thinking about it, you know, so don't put too much pressure on yourself. And I'm here for you. Reach out. I've shown you my personal account. Please contact me, and don't be afraid. So thank you very much. The next person.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madam. Me and my friend, I think actually the first session I was absent, and my friend came to me, and then she just explained all what you guys have been going through on the first session, and then I think for us we have an idea to create an employee recruitment agency. We think that with this tool, we can have our client, we can, by using TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, we can target our client easily. Like graduates on TikTok, Twitter will be to access fund, and then also another social media, it will be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Esmond. I have a page for tropical coconut products, and we haven't been posting lately, but I think we have done that just before Mother's Day, advertising some sort of products, but we haven't been on other apps as well, like TikTok and LinkedIn, and LinkedIn and Instagram and all that. So Tuesday's session was quite interesting, as we like to probably use other apps as well to also promote some of our products. Yeah.
Well done. See, that's not, we haven't actually touched up on using other people to promote other products, but thank you for saying that. Yeah, you might learn some stuff, but you also might think, okay, well, actually, I should be able to do this. You won't know if it works unless you try it. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that. I just want to add, Valani, or maybe I'm saying it, Valani was actually a financial advisor. She's on TikTok. Does everyone know her?
Yes.
Oh, she's amazing. She's on all the social media platforms. And you'd think, why would you use, if some people might think, oh, financial literacy, well, why? But the thing is, it doesn't matter what type of product or service you can have. You can use any type of social media platforms, yeah? You just got to give it a go. Okay, thank you very much. Next person. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you.
My name is
Hi.
I'm doing an internship with Philip, so
Oh,
yes, I decided to take part in this workshop so I can learn more about marketing and advertising on social media.
so you're working with Tarika and Emma?
Yes.
Oh, well done. So, oh, that's exciting, and all the best with your internship. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Graham. I'm a youth worker.
Nice.
Last season, I learned a lot. We have inside our community, we have each youth have own business. So coming here for the this season is to get the idea or knowledge of how to advertise our products through those platforms, social media platform, TikTok or Twitter, to advertise product or expand the product to international or from
Nice.
domestic to international. So our friends or new fans or whoever who wants to get our product then can pass through those platforms so we can get sell our products. Yes, that's what we do.
Awesome. Well done. All the best for the young people. Well, you know, what you've just described is maybe, you know, you could, is there an e-commerce site at Vanuatu?
Sorry?
Does Vanuatu have an e-commerce site? Where you sell a website that, has everyone heard of Amazon?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Does Vanuatu have something local like that?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Oh, I love how you say not yet. Not yet means
We're hoping.
one of you could do it. Well, anyone in Vanuatu can do it, right? Okay, thank you. Next person.
How are you? You see the session, last session. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. You just came in and they got you to talk.
Sorry, I just came in. I think I was very encouraged for the last session.
Yeah.
By your stories and yes, I think that's pretty much I have to say right now.
That's all right. Thank you very much. You know, after this, I'm going to show you Coconut Wireless, the story in terms of setting up the business. And what I might do is, you know, one of the things that I really encourage you all to do is, I think I've seen a lot of it, is that historically there's a lot of jobs, not just in Vanuatu or in the Pacific, that has gone offshore, or they've hired people from overseas and brought them into the country. We need to stop that from happening, simply because the Pacific can no longer, or should not, or we should be upskilling so that the jobs can remain local. Yeah. We need to, you know, one of the things that I hold close to my heart is we need to create our own opportunities. I love the fact that there's places like VLab, there's places like UmiWork, there's places like Pacific Net that allows us to come together. But, you know, when we finish the program, is what are we gonna do? And one of the things that I heard in Fiji from Taholo at the Pacific Connect Fiji dialogue is we all need to create little ripples so that we can create a tsunami in the Pacific. Yeah. So let's all do that. And what I love about it in terms of effective social media is Vanuatu is leading the way in just building businesses, you know, upskilling so they can get hired, taking the jobs that historically have gone, to overseas people. Nothing wrong with overseas people, but the thing is, we need to upskill ourselves so that we can actually take those jobs. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. Next person, please.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I found that last session was very interesting. I didn't know that TikTok is also important promote product.
I know a lot of people think it's a dancing but you can actually promote products on it.
So it will be more interesting for me to start creating a page for my business and also be able to learn more from the session. so that I can improve my skills in social media, not only on Facebook, but also with other social media platforms.
Nice. Nice. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ebony.
Hi.
I'm just a recent high school graduate, and I work with Glenda and Joanna.
Nice.
We're here with the business 300 Coconuts, and the business has just started, like opened up, and we're here to just learn and plan out how we could use those social media platforms to and promote our marketing and sales program within that business.
Nice. So with our one-on-one session, do you want to have a group session with us? So
Yes.
everyone, yeah. The reason why I say this is the same thing we did with Employment Vanuatu. Because there were 3 of them from one organization. Oh, well, Melissa, Sana, oh gosh, I can see the name. So we had 3 of them. They all worked for Employment Vanuatu, and we put a plan together. That's why they now post on there. So for us, we can work, 3 of us do a one-on-one session, because each one of you contribute to the success of your company, right? So we can actually, we can help, I can help you all together to put something together. If you have a business or you want to do your own online brand, we can still do one-on-one session. And that goes for anyone else. I think Graham and Grace, the father-daughter combo, what we can do is actually do our one-on-one sessions together for the organization or business or whatever you want to do it for. And then we can still do one-on-one. I'm quite happy to do that. Don't be afraid to ask. And Tarika's actually, I know the team at VLab are busy, but they should know how to do social media, because Tarika and Emma has come through the session. And Tarika and Dr. Basil and I, we run the Pacifica Health Group. So of course, Dr. Basil is also very busy at the moment, but I'm sure if you see him on the street and you ask him for some tips, he'll tell you. Yeah? Yes. Great. Thank you. Who's next? Oh, no, you can still speak too. Oh, the beautiful Chris. You can still speak, or you're too shy. If you're too shy, it's all right too.
Thank you very much. Hi. With our last system on Tuesday, I'm so very happy with the training that we have on the system. And for me, I think that sometimes we say that we need to create our own opportunity. Yeah. I have but with the training, I finished a bit with a SIP to use social media in our school way to reach customers and people around.
Thank you. Yeah, have you added me have you added me at all? If you haven't added me, please add me. I wanna, oh.
I just see yeah, saya.
Okay. Now, have I missed anyone else? I know. Oh, Wilson, you've just joined. Do you want to? What we're doing is we went around the room and say, how are you, and how did you find the Tuesday session? it's also just to encourage some of the questions that we're not necessarily getting, but yeah.
Hi, everyone. I think for the last session, what I've realized is the realization that I thought I've used the social media enough, but I wasn't doing enough. I didn't use the full potential of social media to try and market my product. Thinking that, you know, one post a week is enough and people will read and take on that, you know, being afraid to be feeling a bit forceful as far as your product is concerned, trying to put it in front of everyone, causes a reluctancy from my end to be able to use that. We're hoping that people will read it and suddenly make decision to come, but the tendency of holding back is quite high, and not wanting to somehow look desperate in terms of wanting people to you know, buy your product or whatever you're trying to sell, you know, using social media, which in a way hold me back a bit in terms of
your business,
pushing stuff on social media. You know, the perception out there as well is something that is holding me back a lot. You know, whether putting too much is too much or is enough, or putting less is enough or it's too much. You know, that's the question that I tend to ask every time. I know, you know, sometimes we thought we have a good product, but at the same time, putting it out there, you know, is it too much? You know, where can you settle it?
Too much.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also the perception, you know, especially from, you know, we how would I explain it? Being quite popular is something that is still, you know, once you're there, you know, everyone knows you. Would you like to have the new lifestyle, or should you hold back and hide a bit? You know, that's a question you're asking yourself, you know, coming out from your skin and trying to be out there. It's quite a challenge, you know, taking into account where we are all growing up and so forth. But, you know, the challenge for me is, you know, in a way I'm making an excuse, but the challenge for me is how can I overcome that?
Yes.
And, you know, and come to realizations that if I don't do that, I won't be able to market my product that well.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing, Wolves. And you're not alone. Trust me, I went through it. Everyone went through it, and I'm pretty sure a majority of us have gone through this. Now, maybe 7 years ago, when social media had been, you know, obviously had been around for 8 years or more than 10 years, and people were, you know, negative, and they were posting about food. However, I saw in the last 4 years, Australia changed. So the US have always been, they embraced social media quite early. But what you need to remember is they didn't quite create social media. Social media is between, you know, between two people or people talking to each other. What the US have done is they created a platform like Facebook, like LinkedIn, like Twitter, because remember, TikTok and WeChat is Chinese owned, and what that actually changes the way we consume information, that changes the way we buy products, and that also changed the way we view businesses using effective social media or using social media as such. If you were posting daily, they would have called us show-offs back then, you know, but now what we're finding is people actually want to support you. And by posting often, they know that your business is still active. They want to see you be successful, because especially in, you know, during the last 2 years, people have changed the way they view social media. It actually, I think here in New Zealand, apparently meetings went up 5,000% meetings online, which then goes to a lot of people increased buying online. Or in the case of Vanuatu, I think what happened was some of our participants, or some of our people that came through effective social media, if it wasn't for them increasing their social media presence, they may not have made any sales because of the lockdowns and people weren't, at the markets. Is that what you all saw? Yes. If people were not at the markets, you would look for them online. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you're Wilson or anyone else. What's happening is, for us, Coconut Wireless, I think before then we were engaging 2 to 5 million a week across all our platforms. Now we engage 1 million, 10 million in my main Coconut Wireless a week. And then other platforms, it's 1 million a week. So we've actually grown. Not only have we grown as a business, but we've also grown exponentially in terms of social media. And what I hope from that is, now what we're doing is we're promoting our Pacific, or I started when we were doing Papua New Guinea. I promoted in Papua New Guinea our Papua New Guinea businesses. And that's the same thing that I sort of promoted the course in Vanuatu, but not the actual people in the course. So for all of you, I want you to message me. I would like Coconut Wireless to promote your business, to help you increase your clients. Don't be afraid. When I said that I'll share some stuff about Coconut Wireless, 4 years ago, I was struggling to live on $20 a fortnight. I can say for the first time ever, last month, my company made $20,000. And I'm telling you the truth here. So when I was living on $20 a fortnight, you know what I was doing? When I went to all the events, I used to take, I used to go and then take a couple of plates home, and that'll last me 7 days of the week. I mean, not 7 days, 7 days. That'll last me food for 7 days, simply because I couldn't afford to go out. I used to walk for my interviews and meetings from my house down to the town center. Now, obviously, I don't have that problem, but those are things that we do to work around that. I just want to, and it took me a year. My brother had to mentor me to change my mindset, because I went from a corporate business where I had a really steady job to no job, but a huge platform called Coconut Wireless. And then, my brother had to spend a year to change my mindset from doing community, where I was giving all my time for free, versus business. Wilson, in terms of country, I don't charge Coconut Wireless. I don't charge anyone in Vanuatu for being promoted. I get my business from the main Coconut Wireless. So back then when I started, I used to have to find jobs so that I could work on it. Now people, because of the way that the huge Coconut Wireless is huge, people come to me if they want to engage me. I don't have to go pitch for a job. I just want to encourage all of you is, if you're wanting to add digital marketing as part of the services that you're wanting to offer for your company, do that. Use the program because of the amazing Pacific Connect. Use the program that I'm taking you all through to add that as part of what you're going to do. Don't be afraid. This program wasn't, when I built Coconut Wireless, it wasn't to monetize. I didn't charge people. When I promote Māori and Pacific and our people in Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, Tonga, Samoa, I've not charged people to share about their lives or to share about their businesses. Obviously, with Pacific Connect, I do charge them, but I don't charge them my full amount, because what I'm doing at the moment, so every year I added a goal for each. So this year I have a huge profit that I need to make. Yeah, and honestly, when I was working for someone, I basically made running my own business 10 times what I was making when I was working for someone else. If you're wanting to understand how much I charge people, so one client, I charge a client $3,500 a month. What I want you all to do is think about, using technology, and that's the opportunity that Pacific Connect has done, is using technology. If you had one client from New Zealand, Australia, or US that pays you $2,000 US, that's huge. And, and you're actually getting it in Vanuatu, you only need one client. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah. And then, but if you're selling things online, I think I go back to Bertha. Does everyone know Rosalind's, oh gosh, clothing? You haven't seen it? Well, basically, before she did social media, she said that her mum wouldn't have made sales, and now they have. And Wilson, let's work on. Look, I know I advise you to post consistently every day, but if you're posting once a week, let's getting you to, I don't want you to go from one extreme to another. When I talk you, I'm meaning all of you. I want you to go from at least try and post 3 times a week. Can we do that? Yes. Yeah. And then I'm going to show you, who knows Crafty 3? Elizabeth went from not posting to posting often, and she's done extremely well for her business. I want to share you her page. She was so shy, She was so shy. And on the first week, she made sales. So this is Elizabeth's account. She's got bedspread. She started with bedspreads. Can you all see that?
Yes.
So we targeted on our first week. We targeted students, and she's expanded to t-shirts. How amazing is that? Elizabeth is Solomon Islands, lived in Vanuatu, married a Fijian, a beautiful Fijian man, and so she's actually in Fiji, living in Fiji with her family. Yeah, she's she makes a lot of sales online, and she now has a global business because she's selling obviously to Canada, people in the Pacific, New Zealand, Australia. And that's probably in the 6 months? No. Going on a year, 10 months. So, when I said the program itself, it's really up to you what you get out of it. I really mean that. Yeah, she applies everything. She applies everything. So does anybody have any questions before I go over our ABC program and the 6 must-haves? I'm just going to reply to Wilson's. Click on all this. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Okay, so I'm gonna cover again. I want to cover again the ABC program, the Coconut Wireless ABC program, and the 6 must-have, so that we get familiar with it. And because next week we're going to cover strategy, how to create a Facebook strategy or a social media strategy for yourself. So sorry. I get weather sinuses. It's cold here. So, is everyone okay? Everyone okay?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to share my screen because obviously I've got to. I just want to go back and recover the ABC program. So, awareness is about raising awareness about your business, about you. It's really important that people see the face behind the brand or the business, right? If you're working for someone, you know, raising awareness about the owners, and if not the owners, about the staff, or even yourself. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. The great thing about in Vanuatu and the Pacific is we all want everyone to be successful. So we're very supportive of each other. You'll be surprised. I have had someone who set up a Facebook page a month after they did my session. So, you know, some people, it takes a while to get there. But she said she only uses 10% of what she learned, and they managed to secure some Australian customers. So there you go. However, I would recommend that you use everything that you learn, simply because how are you going to know how well you're going to do if you don't apply it? And not just social media, in general. I highly encourage you to do all that you can to see the potential of your business, but most importantly for yourself, yeah? For your own personal growth. And don't be afraid to reach out to Pacific Connect and have a look at some of the courses that they have online. Reach out to UmiWorks and see what else they you know, they provide, and VLab. You have amazing people in Vanuatu there that can either help you, and I'm here to help you, especially during the 4 weeks that we've got together. Make the most of the time that we have together, because together we can all help each other. Yeah. So that's awareness. Building is knowing what is your audience, what social media platform are you on. If you want to, you know, if you're wanting engage with young people, then they're obviously, most of them are on TikTok. Or better yet, ask your nieces or your daughters and sons and your nieces and nephews, because they know where are the young people. So yeah, making sure that you know your audience. Obviously, in terms of Vanuatu and the Pacific, we're all active on Facebook. So yeah, understanding that. I know that some of on LinkedIn next week, we're going to incorporate some of the LinkedIn and Twitter for Vanuatu. So we'll do that. I hope that you haven't got LinkedIn, that you really think about building your personal brand on there. Call to action. What are you wanting your audience to do? Yeah. What are you wanting to your audience to do? Sometimes it's just awareness. That's fine. You know, for some of you, it's, you know, how do you market and create sales using social media? Is actually really, really easy, because you can actually, even in week 1, you can actually do that. Okay, any questions? No? Everyone's good? Everyone understands the ABC program? Great. Now, the 6 must-haves. Consistency. We speak about posting daily. And if you're not posting daily, at least twice, every second day, and at least, at the most, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, I can't share with you what Anna from Fiji did, but she went from posting once a week to every day, and she basically increased clients with her former business, but she wanted to obviously get a better paid job, so she now works for the South Pacific Tourism Organization. And the next step for her is to go and work for another, you know, another big organization in Fiji. And then after that, she wants to do her own business. So she's running her business on the side with her daughter at the moment. And that was revived during our session last year. But now she's got one more step to earn more money and really take her career to the top. And then she's going to run her, you know, take her part-time business to full-time with her daughter. So, yeah. So remember, not everyone's going to do the same pathway. Make sure your pathway suits you. Yeah? And don't be afraid. Tell me, talk to me, or talk to someone that you trust about that. Okay, so consistency, engagement, that's basically, you know, having who took a photo of everyone on here and posted it? Did anybody do that? You should. You should. You should do a post. Remember, if you're posting on your business, and I'll share it onto Coconut Wireless Vanuatu, and I'll also share it to the main Coconut Wireless. Yeah, that's why I built the platform. Likes and followers. Now, we all, as human beings, we always support the person that's got the most likes, or we always support the most popular person. And it doesn't matter. I mean, for me, I like to support the underdog, the person with the least likes. However, did anybody go home and invite their family and friends to like their page? Did anybody do that exercise?
Yes.
Yes. How many new likes and followers did you gain? 10. Did you want me to show you how to invite friends to like the page?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna swap over. Now there's 2 ways you can do that for yourself. There's 2 ways you can do that. Okay. Okay, so I like to use my phone a lot more. So there's 2 ways you can do that. So you use the business suite. Go back, business suite. If you haven't upgraded the Facebook version, you'll have this one, because I don't like to scroll up. Oh, look, I posted about the yam and it's reached 18,000 people. I love yam. See, simple, it doesn't have to be anything flat. Everyone's thinking flash. Oh no, not me. I want to know everyday island life. Okay, so let's see. And these are all organic posts. 26,000 there. Okay, so going back, so scroll up. Scroll up. So at the, if you're using Business Suite, see how it's got 68 people I've got to send invites to? You might find that this is what happens. You might check this after our session. This if you got the old version of Facebook. So you click on that. And normally I don't want to crash the system. I invite 9 people at a time to like my page. Has anybody ever seen this? No? Okay, so that's one way of increasing your likes and followers. This is what happens when someone when someone likes your page, post, and haven't liked your page. This is what happens. This is for the old version of Facebook. Next, I'll show you how to invite people to like the page with the new version of Facebook, because it's a different. If you want to know what the new version of Facebook looks like, this is the new version. See how it's different? You can see it's different. It shows up differently. Yeah? Yes. Okay. So the other way that you can actually invite people to like your page is, okay, like I don't want to use my main coconut wallet to show you, because I don't want to change anything. Oh, true. I have a few. So this is one of my clients. You go to the same place, but right at the bottom, you can invite friends. Click on that. Same thing. You're inviting people to like the page, whereas the other one is saying you're inviting people who like the post to like the page. Okay, so 2 places. Now, I know with our Papua New Guinea, some people got 70 likes, some people got 150 new followers. So I recommend, if you haven't done it, do that. Okay. Does that make sense? Did everyone see that? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, that's one of the ways that you can. And then with the invite family and friends, remember, ask your family and friends to invite their family and friends. And then their family and friends, ask them to invite their family and friends. So you've got 3 lots of people. Let's get your followers and likes. By doing that, you might even get some sales. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to go back with up to my presentation. Okay, that's how you can increase likes and followers. Messaging, make sure your messaging is clear, concise, and relevant to your business. Because you don't want to say one thing and then say another thing about the same thing tomorrow. You know what I mean? Be consistent in your messaging. Be purposeful. you know, just be mindful of your audience. So don't use big words if you know that, you know, your target audience are young people or elderly. You can actually use everyday language. That's what I do. I can go and talk to a CEO and I don't use big words. What they see is what they get. I'm not going to change myself for anyone. So sometimes you do, but for me personally, I like to be real. I like to stay. You can talk to me anytime. Don't be afraid. And I want to totally encourage you to do that. Now with traffic, did anybody join any other groups like the Vanuatu Dialogue and Vanuatu Live and Vanuatu Photos?
Yes.
Nice. Did you see what they were posting on there?
Yes.
Nice. Did anybody share their business post on there? Yes? Yes. Nice. Hopefully you get a little bit of traffic, eh? Yes. So we increase your reach, you increase your likes and followers, and hopefully you get sales. Because selling, we're going to focus on selling on the 3rd and 4th week. That's when we can convert. But generally, you should be able to get sales straight away if you starting with this program. Now with visuals, I know that someone in Vanuatu said that they need a flash camera and a videographer, and actually you got someone with expert right amongst you. You can either reach out to them for tips or hire them to do your stuff, or you know, photos or videos, or you can. So I just use my phone. Oops, sorry, it's bright, but I actually. When I built my business, I didn't build it using a laptop. I actually built it using an iPad and a phone. So in the first 3 years, I used an iPad. Then I stored on it and I still used it. Then it stopped working, and then I hired my friend, my sister's mini iPad. And I only upgraded my phone in 2019. So now I have 5 phones because 2 of my clients want me to use their own phones, and then I have 3 for myself. I need 3 because I'm filming, I'm taking photos, and I'm live streaming. But that's what I mean. I went from, you know, I had a crappy iPhone 4 for 3 years when I was trying to build my platform. So, you know, every time, yeah, I started small. I mean, some people like to start, you know, big straight away, but for me, I started small. And I used what I had. Don't think that you need a flash camera. You can actually, or better yet, you can ask one of your friends to take a photo if they have a better camera than you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to use what you currently have and build towards you know, obviously a better one. And in terms of visuals, I use Google Drive. So who uses Google Drive? Anybody?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you know, on Google Drive, it allows you to save your phone, your photos and your videos for free. And you can actually have a Gmail account. And I find that's the safest. I do have a business account, but I feel that my Gmail account is a lot more, Gmail email is a lot more secure. So I use that all the time. Yeah. Okay. And, you know, when you run a business, I know people go, you need a website. Well, actually, people they accept if you actually have a Facebook page, a LinkedIn account, and what have, they do actually accept that now. You don't have to have a website as such. Yeah? Who's got a website?
No one.
No one. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. start, you know, set up your social media platform, make some more money so that you can you get better options. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions? We're gonna wrap up soon. I don't want to rush you. And I know some of you have added me, so we're gonna organize a time. Ooh. Jason has just joined us.
Oh.
Okay. So, does anyone have any questions?
I have just added you. I will be sending a message shortly on a question I have about my on my page.
Nice.
But I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that personally with you. Yeah, and not in person, but in one-to-one.
That's fine, Graham. That's fine. What I'll do is sometimes when we do one-on-one and some questions get raised, I don't mention the name of the person, but I yeah, definitely, you know, add it as part of the lesson so everyone else can learn about it too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Anyone else?
With website, what's the difference with the platforms, social media? Can you collaborate on this? How it's going to benefit, or does it help the website?
Okay. Okay. The website you own, generally, the website you own on your own. The social media platforms, it's owned by, even though it's your own page, it's owned by Facebook, it's owned by Instagram, and it's owned by, you know, the people that own it, right? Whereas the website, it is another online platform, but it is something that you own. Social media is free to set up. However, with a website, there is a cost. Yeah? There is a cost for you. So have you heard of Shopify? Has anybody heard of Shopify?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, that's an e-commerce site that a lot of people, so I think, because I know for a fact that one of my students from Samoa, or someone that I taught from Samoa, I think they were charging $2,000 for you to do the course. And for them to set up a Shopify for you, and then you got to pay a monthly amount to actually have a Shopify account. That's on the website. So there's ongoing costs on it. Would you like to see the Coconut Wireless website?
Yes.
It actually didn't cost me, it didn't cost me anything, but because I was advertising for the person, and then they did the website for free for me. So, okay, so I'll share my screen. Can everyone see my screen? That's me. They used WordPress to, they used WordPress. I need to update it. It's not where I want my website to be, but it's definitely something that I'm going to be, you know. It's very similar to my Facebook page, eh?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, because I want to build so that people can, because, you know, long term, what I want to do is build my own Coconut Wireless social media platform. I want to build a Pacific virtual village So Vanuatu will have its own village. Papua New Guinea will have its own village. Samoa will have its own village. I don't know whether you saw, but I also have an e-commerce site that someone built for me. Okay, hold on. Excuse my sister. I'm doing a Zoom. Sorry. Help yourself. I'm so sorry. I'm at home, and as just like every other island family. My dad, my nieces, and my sister, even though I told them that I'm on a Zoom and to be shh, you know, like family, when they know you're on the online meeting, they still disturb you. So I apologize for that. I have an e-commerce site. It needs some improvement. Yeah, I need to improve it. It's pretty cool, eh?
Yes.
I want to be selling some Vanuatu products on there. I want to sell all the I will only accept Pacific and Māori businesses. I know there's a lot of money in mainstream, meaning everyone else, but the Coconut Wireless wasn't built to support and help other people. It was built to help support our Pacific families. So I want to stay like that. So there you go. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to build a website, but you also need to understand there are costs. Yeah, and I recommend that you talk to someone who actually knows what they're doing. So reach out to UmiWorks. And I believe Pacific Connect also has a create your own website program. So if you see some of those courses, sign up for it. Blondie, I'm on a Zoom call, please. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're a typical Niue family. I'm sure it's the same as a Vanuatu family.
Oh, yours is much better. Come to Vanuatu.
Yes, I definitely should come in person to Vanuatu. So I won't have my family. I need a holiday from my family.
Or you can find a holiday heaven here.
Like, so did you see a website?
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to look, reach out to someone local in Vanuatu, UmiWorks, VLab, talk to them about a website, but there is a cost, you know, social media versus website. However, website you own, and you got to buy the domain name, and you got to trademark it, and so there's added cost. Whereas in terms of Facebook, it's, you know, it's free to set up a page. Yeah.
But it's okay if we don't have the website and we stick on the platform. Is it okay?
Yes, it's you know, back in the days, people used to say to me, "Oh, you need a website. You need a website." Well, you know, nowadays you can have a business and you don't have to have a website, but you know, people expect to see you online. So on Facebook, Instagram, yeah, it's all right. And the best people to answer is ask around. You know, if people don't have website, but they still have businesses, and they're still trading and getting clients. Yeah. Does that make sense? Actually, Wilson, you know Sky Eye Vanuatu. Are you part of Sky Eye Samoa?
Yes, I am.
Ah, okay. We will definitely talk. I mean, I have met Sky Eye, the owner of Sky Eye Samoa, and so you're going to be leveraging off the work that's already been done. We'll talk. Is that all right?
Yes, I mean, the reason why I've got 2 staff joining as well as part of this program, but because the reason why we wanted to be part of this, because we are rolling out the Mawa app here in Vanuatu in August.
Oh, well, in your case, I have got a strategy for that, because if you have an app, you'll need an extra, what we'll do is when we look at your strategy, it's to have that in mind.
Yeah.
So you're building an audience to prepare them for the app that's coming.
Sure.
And it is possible. So I had, gosh, I've forgotten his name. He worked for an organization, and what we did was we used the app to drive, we built his page or his company page, and then we drove traffic from the company page to the actual app. So so that's your call to action. Oh, I'm really, because it always tests. I always want to test, does actually the strategy work? And I've yet to come across something that hasn't worked. But you know, at the same time, if it doesn't work, we need to look at, okay, how else can we change it so that it does work?
Yeah, we understand that since it's an app, people will only use it if they know how to use it.
Exactly.
So
part of the visuals that you're going to be needing to do is you've got to do the how-to.
That's right. That's right.
Well done. So we can talk about that too.
Sure, that will be fantastic.
Awesome. Wow. Does anybody else have any questions? Because I realized that we're going past our time, but that's fine. Any more questions? Or message me, we can talk.
One of us was asking about if you could share another one of your platforms, say for example TikTok, so we can have a fair idea of what we're going through here.
Okay, so with TikTok, I changed my strategy. So what I did was, okay, thank you for the questions. Okay, for TikTok, can everyone see my phone?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened was, for TikTok, it's going crazy at the moment. 6.8 million. Did you know how yesterday on Tuesday I showed you 6.3 million for my video? It's now 6.8. And I've gained 3,000 more people on TikTok. Okay, so I'm not young. I like to think I'm young, but I'm not. So what I did was, last year I discovered that young people who goes to college, they log into Coconut Wireless, which means they are aware of Coconut Wireless. And what I did was, keeping that in mind, I remembered when I post something about midnight, for whatever reason, young people are still online at that time. But that's based on what I was posting. Now, the other things I realized was that things like this, you know, if it's a video about them, they seem to like it. Have a look at that. It's just a celebration. No, I'm not creating TikTok. I was just posting whatever I capture. So keeping that in mind, I decided at the beginning of this year to post twice every 2 days on TikTok. And then out of that is every third TikTok I post, it'll be related to a school. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I also knew that there are a lot more Samoans on TikTok. I want to show you something. So, okay. Now, let's say these are all the videos I'm posting. Let's say I decide that I want to post, I need to increase my views. And I know in terms of Samoa, they've got the most views on here. Did you know that? Well, you know, on TikTok, the hashtags are really important. So let me have a look. That's my last Vanuatu. Are you going to do a TikTok for me, this group? Oh. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting distracted. So on here, let's say, so for every third post about schools, every fifth post I posted was about Samoa, because I knew that the hashtags were bigger for them. So let me have a look. I haven't posted some of these things. Okay. Somehow my phone is not compatible, so I'll choose another one. Okay, so let's choose this one. Once I choose it, I like it to be more of a like only like 20-second video rather than a full one. Does everyone recognize this? Oops. Oh. Oops. Okay, so let's say we choose to do this one. Have you heard of the song? Yes. Now, the song is sung by Kenyan Brown, who's Samoan, and Pina Puta, who is actually Samoan Filipino. Now, sometimes the music you attach to your TikTok is really important. So if it's trending or heaps of young people are dancing to it, use that. Or in my case, because Coconut Wallace is huge, we actually can create out whatever we want. Yeah? Okay, so now this is not culture, but if you use the hashtag culture, there's 8 billion views on it. So that automatically is very good. However, this is not a culture video. So if you look at Vanuatu for an example, there's 41.1 million views on Vanuatu hashtag. Did you know that? Oh. Yeah. So obviously in your case, or you go Pacific, there's 353.1 million views on it versus Polynesian. Guess how many views is that? Can you see it? 3.2 billion. Yeah. So would you use Pacific or Polynesian? Well, actually, I would use Polynesian because it's got more views on it. Yeah, I know Vanuatu, I know, look, for me personally, there's no such thing as Polynesia, Micronesia, or Melanesia, because we are all Pacific. We are all people of the moana, which means ocean. And for us, we are connected via our ancestry. We share a common genealogy, and that's a fact. So the only reason why I'm using Polynesian is because on TikTok, it's huge. Having said that, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so the other hashtag I use is Pacific TikTok. That's 10.6 million. Okay, there's not very many. Or you could go Vanuatu TikTok. Vanuatu TikTok's got 15.8 million views. So on TikTok, you gotta use hashtag. So I leave it, let's say, and the other one that's very good is For Your Page. Who uses For Your Page? And For You. Those are very popular hashtags. See, For You is 15 billion, yeah, heaps of billions of views, right?
Yes, brilliant.
Yeah. Or you go, and then short format and short form For You. Does that make sense? And then I will, okay, because I know you're not, some people are a bit precious about the Melanesian, Micronesian, but that's all right. I'm going to use it. There's 235 million views. Or we can add. So instead of writing something, I generally use hashtags. Melanesian TikTok. 8.2 million views. So that tells me there's a lot of people on TikTok. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then there we go. Then I post it. I won't post this because I need to, there's a whole lot of stuff that I'm just using it as an example. I do have a video on Vanuatu on my other phone. So I hope to post that later in the weekend. So does that answer the question about some of you wanting to know about TikTok?
Yes.
So in terms of hashtags, oops, drop juice. In terms of hashtags on TikTok is really, really important. Yeah? Versus on Facebook, versus on Instagram. Because on Instagram and Facebook, you use the hashtag to keep everything together. So I'll cover that next week. Yeah, it's really important that you use the hashtag that's generally it's a tagline for you and your business or for you and your organization. So yes. Any other questions?
Just have a comment.
Sorry?
Just a comment, not a question. For our system today, I just speak about a point, a simple word that it says that read what you show. That's a discussion for our groups. Some of us, they have a business.
Yes.
Not yet open to social media. But I believe that this is our skills, our knowledge, and our experience. That we can sow to public. Yeah. It's just a comment. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I found it sort of hard to listen to capture because you're the mask. But can someone repeat that, please?
Not a Christian, but it's a comment.
Oh, yes, that's what I thought you said. Yeah.
A simple word that has become a point is that if what you showed is so what you posted, some of us has a business.
Yeah.
And they see the results, the success, the progress they have.
Yeah.
And from discussion about groups, I heard that some of us, they have a business.
Mm.
Not yet in social media. Yes, but I think that this is our experience, our skills, our knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. I think, was that someone telling you, we'll go over time. Xavier, I love the questions, and I love the fact that, you know, it took us a while for our last group, and then it took, you know, a while to warm up. So that's why I sort of changed the way our program is, but it's actually working really well. Please save your questions, message me, because I think I better wrap it up. Jason, do you have a Jason?
Yes,
if you have
yes.
a question.
I have a question.
Oh, Jason.
So what I get from this meeting is that having a website doesn't impact your business as much as having an active social media account with the various platforms such as TikTok, Facebook.
Well, see, before websites has their own, you know, links, whereas now websites require social media to drive traffic to the website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if you're going to set up a website, you know, obviously the traffic, you own that, so you want to encourage that traffic to your website. However, a lot of people, in terms of cost, it's a bit too expensive. So we recommend that you start off with social media, build your business in order to have a website in the future. If you do have a website, or you really want to have a website, you build social media to drive traffic to your website. So in terms of what Wilson and them are doing, what we're going to do is we're going to build their social media platform so that when their app is going to be rolling out, we can actually drive that traffic. I've just finished a contract with our local Māori here. Yeah, and what happened was we built the Facebook page for 2 months, and then on the 3rd month we drove traffic into the app signups. So does that make sense for you, Jason?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your question. I'm really conscious of the time. I'm fine, but someone visited you know, you there in Human Works, and it seems like I'm not quite sure what happened to our other ladies.
They had commitments.
Oh, they had commitment. Oh, okay. They had commitments. So what we'll do is we'll wrap it up. Unless someone has a really urgent question. No. Or please message, you know, add me and message me.
Okay.
Or do you want to ask now? Because I love questions.
I don't think, I think everyone's okay at the moment left already.
Okay. Well, apologies if I talk too much, because I'm really, really passionate. I'm not passionate about social media. I'm passionate about us, all of us, using social media to build our wealth. And by building our wealth, we help our families, we help our, the village, and we help Vanuatu, and of course, help Pacific as a whole. Because I believe the Pacific has the potential to lead innovation. And I'm meaning using technology like our ancestors, who are the greatest navigators in the whole wide world and still are. We can do the same. Yeah. Don't be afraid by that statement, because I believe that one day Coconut Wireless is going to be just like Facebook. Whether I get to that stage, that's not the point. The point is about the journey that will help us get there. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
See you on Tuesday. Thank you.
Do you have
Oh,
5 minutes?
yes,
Yeah.
of course. Thank you, everyone. Wilson, do you want to stay on this Zoom or?
Yes,
Thank you, Graham.
I can stay on the Zoom, and then are you able to?
Yes, of course. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
so all of us are gonna leave, huh? Okay, bye.
Wilson, oh, sorry, Jason. Did you want to catch up too?
No, it's okay. So tomorrow, do we have another session tomorrow?
No, you have another session, 3 more weeks on Tuesday and Thursdays. However, add me. Did you get my personal Facebook?
No, sorry, I joined it late.
Okay, can you access chat?
Exit.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a, okay, so Jason, my personal Facebook page is this one. I messaged it to you. Did you get it?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me check. Chats. Oh, is that it?
Ms. Owe, that's me.
Ms.
It's
Owe,
my
okay.
undercover, it's my nickname.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'll add you, and I'll send you more questions about social media marketing and how to boost your business.
Please do.
And I'm really interested about with your Coconut Wireless ambitions.
Oh, great.
Yeah, man, I get
about that too. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I think everyone has left. I'm the only one here, so thank you.
Okay.
I've just messaged you on Messenger on my Facebook profile and just let you know about my 2 other pages.
Okay.
So I hope to
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Bye.
Take
See you
care.
next session.
Okay. See you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Graham, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to report anybody. Jennifer, can you please log out? I'll log. Sorry, Wilson, I'll just remove anyone else that's left. Report. And Graham, I'll catch up with you later, please. Thank you. Blondie, I can hear you. I'm actually busy. Sorry, Wilson. Okay, Wilson, the other person on there is me. So
all right.
I'll keep me on just in case I log both of us out. Okay, so talk to me.
Okay.
I joined in without even getting your full name. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. My full name is Mary Owe, but people call me Ms. online.
Okay. Ms. All right. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I've got two of my staff. I've registered them to this. That's Janet and Richard.
Oh, so that's okay.
Yeah. So my idea is, I have a full-time job, but I
Yes.
recruited them as staff of Sky High. I'm
Yes.
just overseeing. I've got a full-time job on a different program, so but I'm trying to get these young people into this to be part of the journey instead of just being employed. That's my thinking.
Well
So,
done, Wilson. Well
so that's
done.
why I'm wanting them to be part of that, because Janet is also having his own, like he does coconut oil that he sells. That's why I wanted him to be part of this.
Yes.
And starting with me for Sky High Vanuatu Monday next week. But before
Okay.
I'm trying to introduce him to that, because I don't want to get people to come in and then tell them what to do. I want people to tell me this is what we think is best for the company to do.
Well done.
And that's, for me, it's the approach that I want. I said, so the other time I talked to them and said, don't expect me to come and said, this is what you do. I'll come there and said, what should we do to, get more customers? Tell me.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is my approach, and that is why I'm trying to push them to attend this. And I'm also part of the social impact program that is happening every Wednesday as well. So I have a coach for VLAB as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I've got a full-time job. I'm the country manager for Balance of Power Vanuatu.
Wow.
That is
I
a
haven't
different
heard of that, but that's
program.
huge.
Yeah, different funded program on the leadership, but it's we're trying to do it differently. It's a gender program, but we don't see ourselves as a gender program. We see ourselves as a leadership program, working with both men and women, but to legitimize and recognize women in leadership.
Nice.
But Sky High is my side hustle.
Well,
And
he's done great for Samoa, so I don't see it as
I met. Yeah, in fact, the stories I met him in Samoa. I was part of this Commonwealth study tour group, and there's 5 of us from Vanuatu, and there were others from different countries. We all flew to Numea, and they put us into small group. And my study country is Samoa, and Sam is my liaison officer for the study group. That's how I met him. And then we've discussed, and I've seen what he's doing in Samoa, and I've asked him, why don't you move to Vanuatu? And he said, interested to be a business partner for Vanuatu Sky High. So I'm not part of the main one, but I am a shareholder on the Vanuatu one.
Nice. Oh, well done. Because I know that every time there's an innovation happening in Vanuatu and in the Pacific, it always gets rolled out in Vanuatu.
It is. So we are now working towards August as the launching for Maua.
Okay.
And that is why I'm recruiting it in with the office admin and finance, and I've got Richard as my tech guy. Hopefully next month we're looking at getting an engagement officer in, and slowly trying to build that. At the same time, I attended the UNDP funded social impact program just to use that platform to elevate the app when it comes up,
Yeah, it's really, because of the app, it's really important that you increase your network or you create the awareness now. So when the app comes out, it's actually, you already done 50% of the job. And then when the app rolls out, all you do is actually pitch them over the line.
So I will definitely send you message. My private Facebook name is Ivan Wilson, but Sky High Vanuatu is the company one.
I've seen it. Yeah, we can definitely build on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll be working with your other two staff members, is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So my approach would be, I want whoever works for Sky High to be part of the journey, because we are trying to do something new, and I just don't want them to be just a staff. I want them to have the pride of,
helping it grow.
That's right, and feel proud of it and start being instead of they saying, oh, that's the company of Wilson. No, I want them to, the narrative to be like, this is what we are doing as a company. That's the narrative I want from the staff.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really excited, Wilson, because this is the change that we need happening in the Pacific. And I love your vision simply because you're empowering your team to think outside of the norm, but at the same time help build something great.
That's the thinking, Mia. That's really the thinking. And also, I would like to instill a different mindset to my employees. It's not about money. Yeah, I will be paying you, but I want you to also enjoy and feel part of this journey, because it's a journey.
Yeah, it is.
It's a journey, and something that grows, and I want them to see business and everything from a different perspective.
Yeah,
we are not there to make money. We are there to solve a problem for Pacific. Money will come, but
exactly when the focus. Yeah,
because what I've seen here in Vanuatu is people only go into business because they see someone else doing a business. They're not solving a problem.
Yeah.
I would love, so my idea is about, Sky High and Mawa, launching is, we are solving a problem, so Mawa is about giving opportunities to mothers who are doing the small business at home to now go online and giving them that opportunity. So solving a problem and getting people to the digital economy and, to e-commerce. So money will flow at the end, but the focus is very much creating a space where Vanuatu can stay home, look after the kids, cook their children's good lunch, and still make money sitting at home. That's the idea.
That's the innovation we need. Oh, I'm really
sorry. I can't hear you clearly, Mia.
Wilson, to help your team.
Sorry, come again. Your volume is very low.
Oh, sorry. It's because someone wants. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, you're clear now.